Picks wise,
Belt is killing.
what a week we've had, my friends. What a week. What a week. 6 weeks left in the season, and the race has never been tighter, my friends. Never been tighter. Are you laughing?
Because you the go.
Why?
Because it's true, but it's funny. I get
After
excited.
last week, let's just appreciate what Flex has done. Climbing back to 500 with not one, not two, not three, but 4 straight weeks of 2-1. Current standings: Flex 36 points, Word Life 35.5 points, and I have 37 points. The box 42 points. The box another 2-1 week for the box. Box is 20-16. Word Life 16-19-1. I'm 17-19, and Flex is 18-18. So
Nice.
all
Within the
safety, tight race.
yep.
So where do we want to go this week?
What's up?
Flex, you want
What's
to
the
lead
box
off
at?
or should I lead off? How are we doing it again? You said it's points?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got points, bro. Come on.
All right. It doesn't really feel. This doesn't feel right because I've gone 1-2 for 3 straight weeks.
Tutties,
not exactly
the
a
Tutties make
hot
the money,
streak.
bro.
The Tutties have kept me in it. The Tutties have kept me in it. All right. So I'll start off. I'm gonna do it as much as I don't want to do it. As much as I'm sickened by the thought of it. I gotta take the Jets. I'm gonna take the Jets with my 1-point pick. Yeah, I can't bring myself to say anything about the Jets anymore. I've said enough about the Jets.
No.
So
It's not worth it.
I'm just gonna take the Jets, and I'm gonna take the 2 points at home dog. Seahawks coming off of even though the Seahawks cost me my 2-point pick last week, the Seahawks played like dog shit, and I deserve to get those 2 points, even though I didn't get them because Kyler Murray, I didn't know. I mean, there must have been something. I don't know if there was, maybe he switched from Call of Duty to a different game that we don't know about. I don't know what happened with him, but he just completely fell apart. The fucking defense stood up and did their thing on the road against the Seahawks. So that Seahawks have back-to-back very underwhelming wins. So that's really just as much of the focus for the pick as taking the Jets. So I'm going to take the Jets, take the 2 points. That's going to be my 1-point pick.
Nice.
My 2-point pick, man, I'm going to take the Falcons.
Nice.
Part of me feels really great about this pick, but part of me feels like I'm missing something because I don't see how the Falcons, coming off of back-to-back losses, coming off of a bye week, with a pretty much a must-win game at home, the Buccaneers are nipping at their heels in the division. They need a bounce-back win. They've had time to prepare against a Chargers team, coming off of a short week, a short holiday week. I mean, how much practice time are they even going to get to prepare for the Falcons between the holiday tomorrow, having played on Monday? They're going East Coast time, 1 o'clock kickoff. I mean, all of the reasons are there. The one thing is I don't understand why they're favored. What am I not seeing about? Is it just the Jim Harbaugh blowjob line? What is the deal? I don't know, man. It scares me because I saw it on Sunday. I saw that line at 1.5, and I bet it at 1.5 before the Monday game even happened because I figured the Chargers were going to lose that game, and I was like, if they're going to lose that game, that line might change, and I might miss on the opportunity to bet the Falcons as a home dog in this situation. They lose the game, and the line went from 1.5 to 2, and now it's back down to 1. I just don't understand what the line movement is going on there. I don't think the Chargers should be favored. I mean, I'm not super huge on the Falcons, but I just feel like it's a complete dead spot for them. Holiday week. Not only that, I doubt they're even gonna have J.K. Dobbins. They're gonna be relying on Gus Edwards because J.K. Dobbins went out with a knee and missed the whole second half of the last game on a short
That's
week.
when it went downhill.
I don't think he's going to play in this game. And even if he does, he's not going to be 100%. I feel like it's all there. I don't know what I'm missing. I checked the injury reports. Kirk Cousins is there. Even if Kirk Cousins isn't there, I would take Penix with this fucking number. So give me the Falcons. I'm going to take the Falcons. I'll take the 1 point. That's going to be my 2-point pick. Part of me wanted to make my 3-point pick because I just feel like all of the signs are there, but I'm just too spooked by it. It almost seems too obvious. But that'll be my 2-point pick. Falcons +1. And then my 3-point pick, I'm going to take the Rams. I'm going to take the Rams and give 2.5. I think the Rams need to bounce back after that Eagles loss. They got embarrassed. I don't know that I just don't know that the Saints have the horses to be able to dominate the Rams from the run game perspective the way that some of the other teams do. That's clearly their vulnerable spot. I don't think the Saints have the horses to do it. You know, I'm going to trust the coaching. This has to be a coaching spot. I mean, it's such a horrendous coaching mismatch. Give me Sean McVay. On the road, you know, I would have liked it on the road. Tell you the truth, I would have liked it better if I could have leaned into that stat that I used against the Patriots where he's undefeated on the road as a favorite of more than 4 points. He's only given 2.5 here, but clearly Sean McVay knows how to prepare his teams for road games, especially road games that they're favored and that they're supposed to win. I don't know. I think the Saints are dead, and I think that this is a good bounce back spot for the Rams. And I like Sean McVay. I like the coaching mismatch, like I said. So give me the Rams -2.5. That's going to be my 3-point pick.
Yeah, I like them. So first of all, let's start off with the suddenly slumping after going 9-0. Vegas ain't slick. Now we've lost 2 in a row. This game, it started off. It actually started off right. Then it's been bet to now the Vegas ain't slick pick. So we're talking about the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It started at 3.5. At 3.5, all the money came in on Pittsburgh. The line now went down to -2.5. And that's where we're gonna go with the Cincinnati Bengals, giving the 2.5 to the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right. So for my 1-point pick, I almost went the other way, but I was hearing too many people pick that side, and I know it doesn't. It it makes sense. You know, the Detroit Lions have gone 9-2 against the spread. They're actually the most profitable team so far. I just think it's way too easy, so we're gonna go with the Chicago Bears. Ooh. And Dan Campbell still hasn't won on Thanksgiving. They haven't won since the Detroit hasn't won since 2016 on Thanksgiving. So I know this is a different team. And I was almost enticed myself to go with the big spread with the Detroit Lions. You see how they run it up on teams, and every time you think that maybe it's this is the week that they're not going to run it up, they do run it up. I felt for it last week, even though it did start off a little bit closer than it ended up being towards the end. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go with the Bears. The Bears have been, I've been pretty good with them. So, considering the way that they play on Thanksgiving, if this is another day, then maybe it's a lot easier to go with that. But that's a glaring. That's glaring. Dan Campbell still hasn't won them as well as he's coached, and as good as this team has been the last 2.5 years. Not winning since 2016. 0-4 for Dan Campbell specifically. Let's go with the Chicago Bears. getting 9.5 points as my 1-point pick. For my 2-point pick, does anybody know the last quarterback to beat the Chiefs in Kansas City?
It was a Raider.
That is one Aiden O'Connell, my friend. Correct. So Aiden O'Connell, he's the I just said he's the last QB to win in there in Kansas City. These are division games are usually close. We see how Kansas City likes playing on the edge. And I know this is a bad team, but so is the Carolina Panthers, and they almost won that game. So as ridiculous as it sounds, it's almost like, it's a team that it's going to catch up to them at some point, but it's a team that knows how good it is and knows that they're going to be there at the end. And it kind of feels like they're like, all right, maybe not go as hard as we need to at all. Like the cat and mouse game. You kind of do. It's almost like kids. They try to see how much they can get away with. They do a little thing here. Okay, that's okay. All right, then I'm gonna do this now. So it's almost like, the Kansas City Chiefs are like the kid who tries to see how far and how much they can get away with and still win and still get away with it. And sooner or later, it's gonna come back to bite them. But with getting 12.5 points, I don't think it even has to come back to bite them. So give me the Raiders, 2-point pick. The Denver Broncos, giving 5.5 points. They're actually the second most profitable team this year. They're 9-3 against the spread. And behind Detroit, I know this actually last week they did escape by the hair on the chinny chin chin. The Raiders had a chance to go down at the last second, and because they were playing at first they did the 3-point. They tried to go for the 3 points because they still needed a touchdown. Then the Denver Broncos went down and scored the 3 points, made it 10 again. They got down. They actually ran out of time with Desmond Ridder, because that's also the last person who you want with the ball at crunch time. So they could have easily covered. The Raiders could have easily backdoor covered that last week. I escaped because the time ran out, but still a win's a win. And that was a division game. And this one, not so much. We saw this is a perfect game to see the full Jameis Winston experience. We did kind of get a glimpse of it last week in the snow. He did a lot better, but at the end of the game, he did end up throwing that interception to the Steelers. It looked like he wanted to throw another one, but the passes, like he was trying to, but the passes somehow were perfect. This guy's, there were some pretty passes that I didn't know could be completed in the snow. But I think this is where it reverses for Jameis. And this is kind of a defense that I feel like would be perfect to bait him into doing the Jameis thing again. First of all, you got him feeling good, because he got that win. And maybe he lets it fly a little bit more. But I just think Bo Nix is a no-nonsense guy. I think he just does what he's supposed to do, as opposed to Jameis Winston, sometimes trying to do a little bit too much. And we all know sometimes he gets away with it, sometimes he doesn't. There's a good offensive line for the Denver Broncos. I think they might be able to mitigate a Myles Garrett to a certain degree. And I just don't think it's that many points for an offense, despite last week, isn't very good. And this is a very good defense. At certain points, they kind of gave up. They kind of gave up some yards against the Raiders in crunch time. I know Jacoby Myers kind of did his thing. And but you also have Cortland Sutton, who the last couple weeks has emerged pretty much as a number one wide receiver. So, you know, I guess this is still a decent defense on the for the Browns. But the thing about the Broncos is they do have a lot of weapons that all look like it's almost like the Rams, where they have a lot of players that end up getting receptions here or there, like Vele and all of these guys that you know that they have names that you haven't really heard of. But at the end of the day, you still got that guy that you can go to in Cortland Sutton. He's emerged. He's gotten some chemistry with Bo Nix, and I just think it's enough. I think it's enough to get it done against the Cleveland Browns at home. So give me the Denver Broncos giving 5.5 points as my 3-point pick.
Nice. Anyway, before my voice goes, with my 1-point pick, we're going head on head right here. Me and H on guard, young gentlemen. I'm going to go with Seattle. I don't know why. It's just everyone's saying the Jets. I feel like a lot of people are on the Jets, and I just don't see it. I know Seattle's is not. They won 2 games. They don't look great during these wins, but they look solid. You know, they look better than anything the Jets have shown me. You know, so in that sense, I think I like Seattle there. It's 2 only, so a field goal, you know, and it's like I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Somewhere in Jersey, your man Aaron Rodgers right now, he's holding his chest like, oh, what
Not
happened?
you too. Not you too. It's just, man.
Et tu, Brute.
There's a saying that I learned a long time ago when I was dealing with these women, and they said, "Yo, just believe them when they show you who they are. Stop romancing and try to make it a fucking movie, guy. She's a whore. She's for the streets. Let her be." And it's something that I realized is true. The Jets are a fucking whore, and they don't care about you or me or anybody and all the expectations. They don't care. So give me Seattle. Giving 2 to the New York Jets. I told myself I'll stay away from the Jets, but at this point, man, I believe what I see at this point. My 2-point pick. Man. I'm battling here. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go head on head with my man Flex. On guard, young sir. I'm going to go with Cleveland. Getting 5.5. Getting 5.5.
6.
Huh? It's 6? No.
Nah.
H would have jumped down my throat right away.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
He would have turned the camera off.
The line Hitler over here.
You scared me. Like, you saw me.
Doing a line right now. Snorting that 5.5.
Every time we get a line wrong, he got to sniff one off the table.
Right.
You giving or you getting?
So I'm going Cleveland. I think they match up well. I think Cleveland. I think the defense, even though it's hard to go by that snow game. I'm not hype about the snow game. I got that right, but it's not like I feel like, oh yeah, they're hot now. It's not like that. It's just more like I feel like the Denver hype is a little much. I think it's well deserved because the defense is real and what Bo Nix is doing looks good, but what is that O-line really against the pass? You know what I mean? In the pass game. Yeah, they can run well, but we got some real guys coming at you. We got the best defensive player in the league coming at you. And he's out there to play ball. So I think the secondary solid. So I expect it to be a little tighter. I'm not saying that they win, but I expect them to cover. Obviously, that's why I'm making my 2-point pick. I had other ones, but I feel good about that defense. So I know Sean Payton's gonna have him ready too, but I just think it's a tough defense, and I expect a lot of pressure on Bo Nix, and uh, let's see what happens. But I think it's enough to cover. So give me Cleveland. All right, with my 3-point pick, man, I think I'm just gonna stick here in Florida. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Houston here. Giving
Ooh,
four.
the Florida Texans.
I know. Giving giving four to Jacksonville. I understand what Houston is. I feel like I've been on the right side of them. And I understand that they do keep it close. I understand it's a divisional rival. I understand all of it. But Jags stink, man. I think it's just a bad time for the Jags right now. Had they squeaked off that win last week, then maybe the Jags could. But I just don't see Mac Jones doing anything. I don't see the defense stopping anybody.
What do you mean, bounce back Mac? That's what they call him.
Yeah, I don't know. Bounce his head back to the fucking the turf. Concussion Mac. Yeah, man. I know Houston's they're struggling and they're keeping guys in it, but I just don't see the Jags doing anything to compete here with Houston. So 4, I'll take the 4. Yeah, I'll take the 4 with Houston. And that's my 3-point pick.
Excellent. And you want to kick off the money line parlay?
Yes, sir, I do. It does. Let me see. It's okay. Boom. Sorry.
No, take your time.
I'ma
Take your time.
I'm gonna steal this Atlanta game. I'm gonna steal Atlanta. Yeah. So
Let's go. Let's go with the Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys at home, Thanksgiving against Tommy Cutlets. You going with the turkey over the cutlets?
They're going lock.
Turkey Cutlets.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Going against the lock. That's tough sledding, my friend.
Lock of the week. WEAK.
Lock of the week. I like it. Well played. All right. I'm going to take... Let's start it. Oh, I got 2. I got back-to-backs.
Yeah.
So let's go with...
Sorry.
You know what? This is not... I feel like this is a good spot. I'm going to take the Packers.
Ooh, I like it.
Take the Packers with my first pick. They are at minus 170. And then pick number 2, Moneyline Parlay Draft. Let's go Packers and let's go Packers and let's go Rams.
Nice.
So, I'm actually surprised Robert hasn't touched this at all. Let's go with it, man. Johnny G and the Arizona Cardinals.
All right. Damn, I don't want to go dog here. Give me the Ravens.
The Purple Birds.
To go there, but you know what I'm gonna do? Just to be different, I'm gonna go with the team you just mentioned, Indiana, the Colts. Give me the Colts against New England, Indianapolis.
That puts you at plus 460.
Let's go with some craziness and go Carolina Panthers.
What? To win?
Yes, sir.
I like it. I thought about that. I like it. Might as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Might as well.
I like it. So, Panthers, Cardinals, and Cowboys. 1078.
Woo!
All right. And I'm going to cap mine off. We got Green Bay. We got Los Angeles Rams. I'll hedge my Atlanta pick and I'll take the Chargers.
Wow.
My last pick in the money line parlay. So at least if it doesn't work out for me, we get it somewhere. All right. Number 1 for the box. Oh,
At 3.
excellent. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Wow.
That's what we want to see. Number 2. No buys. Oh, congratulations, Flex. Dallas Cowboys.
Come on,
Last but
baby.
not least, can we get one for Word Life so
What?
we all get a little confidence boost from the box? And
Oh,
we
yeah.
have the opposite
Saints.
of a Cleveland.
Oh, the Broncos. Lex
Wow.
is
Sorry
in the
about
heater.
that. I tried to will it to happen, but
Nah, it's okay.
it's all going in Flex's direction these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I see that, man. He's hot.
Can't stop the momentum.
He's hot.
Can't stop the momentum.
Yeah.
All right, Chiefs.
I mean, what a week. I mean 4 weeks without a losing week, and the week before that was a 3-0 week.
Ooh, right.
Hasn't had a losing weekend in a month and a half. That's when you really cook.
Amazing. Yeah,
That's a run. It's a good run. Good keeping the show afloat, really.
that's right.
But that's gonna do it. That's the show. Bon chance.